middle and down, like I just got it out of the middle, lost and found. Trying to test it, germ infested, stained by food, partially digested. Nobody can say what you find between the dirty couch gushes that have never been cleaned. Missing keys or American cheese, trapped the seed where the kiss will conceive. Pleasure to meet ya, we're happy to see ya in the nasty Futon.
I'm not sure if I gave you guys the songs in the right order.
Oh, I got him. I figured it out.
Okay, cool.
I took a listen to line
I just
them up
wanted to
and
make
everything,
sure.
yeah. Like move the you can twist the microphone stand. Yeah, there you go. Tilt it up. Like right at her, point it at her face.
Why didn't you do that close?
No, it doesn't. I said point it at her face, not move it to her face.
My bad.
He's in training. That's good. Give me a 10 count, darling.
10?
10. 1 to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, cool.
6.
You don't need to lean into it. This is so you can just be comfortable and relaxed, okay?
All right.
So welcome to the Dusty Futon.
Thank you.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
for having me.
Thanks for coming. We love having as many artists as we can. So, and you are Lindy Crandall.
Yes, I am.
And I have to ask you the dumb question. Is Lindy short for Lindsay?
It is short for Melinda, actually.
Told you.
Oh, boom.
Told you. I knew that.
Yeah, we were discussing it before you showed up. And short for Melinda. So,
Melinda.
did I say Linda?
Yeah.
You said Linda.
Linda?
Like a Leah.
I forgot the
mixed with Linda.
Forgot the
But like, if people call me Melinda, I'm just like, wait,
Who?
Who?
Like,
Who's
I've been
that?
going by Lindy my whole life, so yeah, I don't know. The only person that calls me Melinda is like my mom when she's mad at me.
The full name treatment.
Melinda Jean Crandall. I'm like,
Yeah. Oh,
I sound like a
wow.
Southern belle. It's awkward.
Make sure everything's going. All right, we got everything going here. And you are a Southern belle. And speaking of, your Facebook page is Lindy Cranberry.
Yes.
So tell me about that. How did that, was that something before you got really singer-songwriting stuff? Or
Yeah, Lindy Cranberry. My friends in high school called me Lindy Cranberry.
just because
Do you
Crandall.
like the cranberries?
That's what
I do like the Cranberries. I never
Who
even
doesn't like
thought.
the
I
Cranberries?
didn't even think about that.
That
but
was my first tie, too. As I'm like, female vocalist, Cranberries. I'm like, come on, that was an easy one to tie.
Yeah, no, I didn't even think about it. It's just my friends would call me it, and it kind of stuck. I thought it was cute, so I just went with it, I guess.
So what got you into music? Because you're a massage therapist, you're a cosmetology expert.
Mm-hmm.
What got you into singing?
Well, I've been singing my whole life, and I started playing piano when I was 6 and taking classical lessons.
I'm so jealous of that, by the way.
So, and then I started writing music. Like, I used to write like lyrics and just like melody lines and stuff like that. But I wrote my first song when I was 10.
Wow.
With piano?
Like piano? You actually wrote out a piano, like concerto type piece?
It was called, it was with like vocals and piano.
Okay, so it was...
I guess it was 11 because it was after 9/11.
Okay.
So, and I wrote like it was called Life. It's life and you have to live it.
Oh,
yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah. And then after that, it was just like nonstop writing music all the time.
So you're just that. So what then I guess the question is, where did the massage and cosmetology come into play to kind of...
Well, I mean, I always massaged. My sister was older, and somehow she was very good at manipulating me into massaging her to sleep.
That's what older siblings do. Yeah.
So, but I really enjoyed it. I would like make up different moves and like it was fun.
You're such a sweetheart. Isn't she a sweetheart?
Oh my God. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Oh, come on. You're like what would you classify your music? Because you're very jazzy,
Yeah.
very bluesy, but
I've been called like prog pop, which I think is kind of weird, but that it's like kind of accurate because it's like kind of progressive, but it's like poppy, but it's like kind of jazz pop.
You
I've
do a
been
lot
called,
of
like,
tracking,
jazz pop. So I don't know. I guess I call it jazz prog pop.
When did you cross over from just being a pianist to being like an actual producer and creating? Because you do have a lot of backbeats with your music. Like you have a lot of digital affluence to it, I guess.
Yeah,
so.
That's something I really wanted to add because I was really starting to like some electronic music and really I'm kind of in this like festival scene. So it was like a smart move for me too. And also I thought, well, it's cool to be able to do everything on your own, and not have to rely on like other people and stuff to really get what you want. And so that was kind of a new thing with this last album that I did where I really wanted to to kind of explore that, and I had so much fun doing it. Like,
so this is like a breakout album kind of yours. You're kind of breaking into a whole new genre, a whole new style that you want to be a part of.
Yeah, totally.
Well, let's take a look at what's the name of the album again.
It is called She Lights the Sky.
She Lights the Sky. We're going to go ahead and listen to Desert Rose off of that album, which I happen to love Desert Rose, just the name of it. So let's take a listen to Desert Rose by Lindy Crandall. The tracking here, like the different instrumentations that you do, are you doing all that yourself?
Yeah, so like I thought it'd be cool to separate the left hand to do like a string pad, and because I play it, when I play it, like I'll play it on 2 different keyboards, and I tried it with like a string pad and then just like piano in the right hand.
Wow. And
it sounded really cool, so I was like, well, let's just try to split it up and see what that sounds like. And it sounded really cool. And then I had that little like motive, like the do thing. That was just like another little other part that I wrote.
All the way kind of in the background, like that, just like floating away at the top.
And we just like, went through all the different sounds and found a really cool, like sick synthy sound. And it made it exactly how I wanted it to be. Like as soon as I heard it, I was like, this is perfect.
Reminds me of early Sarah McLachlan.
Oh, cool! Thank you. I really like Sarah McLachlan.
Yeah, she's one of my favorites, and it's hard to find a good alto, female alto. You're an alto, right?
I'm actually more of a soprano, or like mezzo soprano.
Okay, so you get to that low alto range.
Gibberish.
Yeah, he doesn't know anything about music.
No musical IQ.
You know how we talked about tenor 2, or tenor 1 and tenor 2, and the last guy, the tenor is the high male, and bass and baritone is the low male.
Okay.
Alto is the low female, and soprano is the high female.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So she's a little high.
Yeah.
Kind of low.
Through
just kind of fades out,
Yeah.
runs out to the end. I like that. That's nice. It's definitely a good addition to it. It's
Thank you.
It's like we were talking about with the last band from last week. It's one of those new things that's coming in. It's a lot of backbeats, a lot of synth that's adding to rock and even adding to blues and jazz. And like I said, your vocal sound almost is like early Sarah McLachlan. Like you kind of get to that alto range a little bit, but you were saying mezzo soprano. So where does your training come from vocally?
Well, I started taking voice lessons, kind of doing more like classical musical theater stuff for a little bit when I was like 10. But then I moved to San Diego and I started taking from Peggy Lebo. She's a pretty really well-known, she's a singer-songwriter and teaches like contemporary. I mean, she teaches classical too if you want, but she's known for like contemporary styles.
What's her name again?
Peggy Lebo.
Okay, she's still teaching?
And her husband actually produced my album.
Oh, wow.
Quarantine. Yeah. So there's a lot of, there's a reason for all this too.
Beautiful.
But anyway, so I started taking voice lessons from her and I still do off and on. So, and then in high school, I like did some like more classical stuff because I went to this like performing arts high school. And then I was like, well, this isn't really like the direction I want to go. I don't want to sing opera, you know, like I want to sing contemporary stuff and I want to sing the songs I write. And so I went back to like singing more contemporary and some jazz stuff. So, yeah.
So how'd you fall into this on your, like this, because this is a whole, like you said, this album, this style is a whole new thing for you.
Yeah.
So what, you always wanted to, so how did you get involved to actually do this? Because that's another thing, is to take the step.
Well, I did an IndieGogo, and that really helped me. But this whole album is like, I don't know if you saw the cover of the CD, but this is my friend's eye. She passed away 4 years ago.
Oh.
And she's Desert Rose. Like this whole album, like I wrote her a few songs. She likes this guy in Desert Rose, and she took voice lessons from Peggy. She was gonna take guitar lessons from Peggy's husband. She really liked the last time that I really remember having a wonderful time with her was at this desert party that she dragged me out to. She really had never gone, and it just happened again. Now they're doing really great. It's this called Desert Hearts, and it's like an electronic kind of
I've heard of
thing.
that. Yeah, I actually got mentioned before.
Yeah, so and now these guys are doing great. They're from Encinitas, and I mean, I went again. I haven't been in 4 years since Rachel, and it's like huge. And so, but like, so a part of that was like I had this like epiphany of like, all right, I'm gonna do this. I have to do this IndieGogo in honor of Rachel's life and get these songs down. And I want them to be like inspired by this. It was kind of inspired by this like last fun event that I had with her, you know, like, and that's like what Desert Rose, like, that's what inspired that was like Desert Rose, you know, it was like this Desert Hearts Festival. So
and your very own Desert Rose.
That wouldn't fade, you know, in the wind because it's so cold at night, you know, and then in the sun it's like so hot, you know, and just like this rose, this delicate rose that like survives that you never really notice, that's kind of like the
I could see how emotional this is.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm about to cry.
I know. You look like you're about to cry.
It's
you
definitely
speak
emotional.
very beautifully about her.
Thank you. It's like very meaningful for me. And I only made 100 CDs. I only have like a few left, and I don't think I'm gonna make any more. I have these download cards, which I have a bunch, but like it was just such a like it was just a very important thing for me to do, and I really wanted to do something with my music that really had more of a purpose than just like myself. And,
that's awesome.
And that is. I like it. Although it really means Rachel, I want other people to use it as like to like help them heal from people they've lost and things like that. So
well, let's go ahead and get into the next song, which is the song that is the title of the album. Yeah. She Lights the Sky.
darkened sky, and she knows she's not alone. She's got the stars right by her side, deep into the unknown. Watch the world pass her by. See in her heart she has the only light. That's all she needs to guide the night, to be the one who lights the sky, to be the one who lights the sky. She lights the sky.
It's very haunting.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
Very
wanted it to be.
You can feel, you can feel the presence of
Yeah.
the song.
Thank you. Yeah, I wanted it to have a very like nightly kind of ghostly vibe.
She spreads her arms so she can fly. The earth growing duller. She paints the canvas sky, and she's a dreamer of the daytime and a goddess of the night. And she never needed jets or wings to let her soul take flight. See in her heart she has the strongest light. That's all she needs to guide the night, to be the one who lights the sky, to be the one who lights the sky. She lights the sky. Watch her soar far away from here, a glimmer to glow till she finally disappears. Slowly she will fade to another time and place. There was always more for her, unseen, unspoken safe. See in her heart she has the strongest light. That's all she needs to guide the night, to be the one who lights the sky, to be the one who lights the sky. She lights the sky.
I feel like I'm walking through this song.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Like-
that's a really good way of putting it.
Awesome.
I
Cool.
do. I feel like someone's leading me through the song,
Oh, that's awesome.
and it's like
Love
a
that.
dark kind of foresty type setting.
Sweet. I love that. That's awesome.
You really created a good vibe with that. Like
You
your
did.
your
Thank you.
experience in music alone just shines through that. Because even though this is a brand new medium for you, you still have that musical experience to know what works and how to create an emotion and get a feeling. And one thing I noticed about that song is it's got less piano in it than the Desert Rose. Now, is it buried or is it just non-existent?
It's just a lot simpler, and it was really interesting. It's the simplest song on there, and both me and Ron, the producer, we had to hold back because it just didn't need much. It needed space.
Yeah.
And you can't have space if you overcrowd it. So it was just like simplifying,
Yeah.
just like bare minimum. Just
It's funny you say that because a musician friend of mine, that's one thing he noticed too. And that comes with a maturity as a musician. And you just kind of look back at your music and you go, wait a minute. I tried so much and I got all this in and I got all this in, and then just relax, simple. Sometimes
Yeah.
like those motifs that you create that just are right there in the background are just enough to boost it up to another level. And it's amazing to see you've got that pretty much nailed down.
Thank you.
It's a little bit reflected in the album's artwork too.
Thank
with
you.
just the
yeah.
simplicity of the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
like
you.
that.
I just had this idea. I was like, I like woke up. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to find a picture of Rachel and of her eye and get the universe, like a galaxy in her eye. I don't know. It just like came to me in a dream.
It's incredible. We'll definitely get a picture of that on the website for sure. So I just happened to look on your Facebook page. You've got a show coming up on June 10th. Is that your next show you're doing?
That's my next big show with my band, which I'm really excited about. It's called Gypsy Fest, and it's like a camping festival kind of overnight event. Nice. And it's a bunch of different bands, and there's going to be art and vendors, and I think there's a pool.
I should probably be at this.
I'm super excited about it. And actually, tickets are $35 on the website, but if you put in a code, it's LCRAN17, LCRAN17. That will give you a 10% discount. And with that includes camping for the night. So you get a whole camping space, and
so you get $3.50 off a $35 ticket and free camping
and
space.
And
you get paid?
I get $5.
You get paid?
Yes.
All right, then we got to use that coupon.
And so,
Yes.
and also the top 3 bands that sell the most tickets get to record a song.
Oh,
so,
nice.
So that's pretty cool. So it could be a really good opportunity for me, and also it's going to be super fun.
Well, we'll definitely blast that out, have it on the page. I'll put a big banner up there to click here and use your logo, and I'll try and even integrate the code in there already, so maybe we can have it preloaded. I don't know. I'm not that smart, but I'll find something. Maybe I'll find somebody who's smart enough to do that. So
look at me.
Thanks.
I'm not looking at you. Don't worry. No, you just call people for me.
Yeah, that's it.
You got a pretty face, and you call people.
I do. Oh, thanks.
So I was just trying to be nice.
Yeah, I know.
What other shows do you have coming up? Do you have any other place we go?
Yeah, I have some. I'm playing at. I'm trying to remember. Tin Roof on the 21st. But I'm gonna play with my friend. That's gonna be mostly covers. But the big one I'm just really waiting for is this June 10th one. I kind of want to just get as many people out there as I can and really just be really solid with the band.
4 stages, 30 plus performances. That looks pretty cool, and it's right there on the header of your Facebook page.
That's like $1.10 per performance that you get to see. If you
it's pretty awesome. There's 4 stages.
Are you kidding me?
There's 4 stages, and the bands look really awesome. So I'm super excited. It's going to be really fun.
Now, speaking of Facebook, I when I was doing some research and looking you up, I found another Lindy Crandall. Have you seen this Facebook page? I'm going to pull up and show you.
Oh, yeah, I know. Is it like a fake person?
I think it's somebody pretending to be you.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which happens quite often, actually.
Is that flattering or offensive?
Is that you?
That's not me.
That's not you?
I know. I found that too. I didn't know who that was.
It almost looks a little like you, like this picture right here. But
I don't know. I don't know if it's a fake person. I'm not sure. That's kind of weird.
Have ever been to Plantagen High School? Hoja School, whatever the hell this is?
I don't know.
It's a college in Belgium. Okay, never mind. Maybe it is. I don't know.
It's just a fake person. I don't know. I don't know anyone with my name, so it's very odd.
That's what I thought, because like you've got really good built-in SEO, search engine optimization, just based off of your name, because it's so unique. You type in Lindy Crandall, and the first thing that pops up is your the other page I just had up.
My website?
Reverb Nation.
Oh, my Reverb Nation.
Yeah,
oh, cool.
Your Reverb Nation is the first thing that pulls up.
Oh, that's interesting. I like barely ever. I should up. Yeah, I don't. There's so many different avenues of social media. It's hard to
It's hard to
keep
pinpoint.
up with all of them.
Yeah, that's why I just stick with
damn
Facebook.
Millennials and their short attention spans.
I have my website, which I update that. And
What's the website?
LindyCrandall.com.
Oh, perfect.
And I have a mailing list and everything where I update with shows that I'm playing. So
nice. So people can subscribe right on your website.
Yep,
to that.
it's right on my website.
And you're gonna want to see this girl live. I'm telling you, you've got a really good voice. You've got a great appearance too. I saw a couple videos of you dancing around, being crazy. It was one where you were in a white dress, just jiving on the floor. It almost looked like it was a wedding after party, but it wasn't.
Talking about.
I can't remember what song it was. I'll have to pull it up and show it to you.
That's what makes it a little bit weird that he's saying it.
Yeah.
I do have hula hoop videos. I do hula hoop.
Oh, really?
I do fire hoop.
Exceptionally well?
Yeah, actually. I mean, I don't want to say exceptionally well, but if you look up Lindy Lou, LINDYLOO hoop, there's some videos of me hula hooping.
Okay. Well, there you go. You can really get a feel of what she'll be like on stage, because you don't just stand still like a lot of some vocalists do. You actually get up, you move around. I mean, you got that blues and jazz vibe. You can't stand still when you're singing.
Yeah.
So what do you do when you're playing piano and singing?
I stand and play, and then I have this bongo belt that I made.
Nice.
That has little bongos on it, but it's really hard to play at the same time and play piano.
No,
So I just kind of like
you'd have to have 4
I
hands
wear
for
like a
that.
belly dancing skirt and like kind of pretend, and then like if I get a chance, I'll like hit it.
Wow.
So you're all about the visual aspect of your performance too.
It's just way more fun that way
Yeah.
for me. Like, I like really wanted to try to learn to tap dance at the same time. I thought that would be pretty cool. That's
You can go even more obscure and go clogs.
I thought of that
You
too.
can go
river
clogs.
dancing
That's the
while
next-
you're playing.
That's next step for me.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
River
You could
dancing
get a
behind the piano.
harmonica, one of the harmonica things. You could just start doing
Yeah,
Yep.
when you're not
50
singing.
different things.
There you go.
That's not a bad idea, actually, the harmonica. There you go.
I got a set up here
Very
somewhere.
underutilized instrument. the
Yes.
harmonica.
It's especially in blues. It's really good in blues.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to pick it up at
Wow,
one
look at
point.
me saying something musical.
I know, right? You're starting
doesn't
to learn
happen very
something. Okay, what else do you have coming down the pipeline? You've got this album that you just put out. How long
Right.
ago did you put it out?
That was in September.
Okay, so
So it's been out for a while now, but
what's your success on it? I mean, I know you didn't print a lot of them out, but you have them
Right.
up for sale. How's the success of that so far?
I'm getting a lot of success like in person,
Okay.
you know, and it's getting me gigs and getting me out there, and
Well, that's the important part
that's
of it.
the important part.
is.
And exactly, so it's doing exactly what I want it to do.
There you go. So you have a band. You just mentioned
I do.
that. So is that are you making an album with your band?
I am not, but if we sell all these tickets, and then we'll record a song, which I'm pretty excited about. So, yeah, I want to record with the band, and that, you know, tends to cost money. So,
Things
you know.
do that in America.
Yeah.
So, and, you know, and I really enjoyed doing this album the way I did. And I've been working with some producers, kind of collabing and working on some things. So I'm kind of excited to go in that direction too.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a suggestion.
Okay.
If you do record with the band, you could use the cranberry thing. Call yourself Lindy Crandall and the Cranberries.
might be too similar.
Would it be too similar?
That would
similar.
that would definitely open up for legality
yeah.
purposes.
Man, I
Probably.
thought you could get away with it if you threw your name with it.
I don't know. Maybe. You never know.
Do a song called Vampire
Yeah.
instead of Zombie.
There you go. There you go.
Do something else instead of moaning. You do screaming.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Even without headphones, that hurt. Even without headphones, that hurt.
I have really weird vocal cords, so
He does.
That's funny.
that just scared my dog.
Yeah. Roxy's like, okay, I'm awake now. Will you not scream in my face?
Yeah.
I won't, Roxy. I won't do that.
So what else do you have then that you've got planned down the works? Do you have anything else in terms of this style?
In terms of the style of the CD,
Yeah.
I mean, I want to record more once I get more money.
So you actually have to go to a studio to record.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you don't track any.
I
of this
would
at home?
love to do it on my own, but I don't have all the equipment, you know?
Okay.
So, I mean,
It's one of those pesky things that cost money.
it costs money. And so, like, and
Well,
the
check this
hardware that
out.
he has is, like, so good. I'm just like, it's just, like, such an awesome studio. And I mean, if I want to work on getting more of my own equipment,
Right.
obviously, so I can be more independent and do more on my own, and then maybe just go in and do the vocals or whatever, and
Yeah.
mixing and mastering.
That's
and
what
all that.
that's actually what a lot of musicians do now is they have a Mac and
Yeah.
they run things through GarageBand or Logic or Pro Tools and get almost everything done at home. And then you
Exactly.
take that to a studio and record in your case, like record the piano live and your vocals live, or in like guitars, they'll record the guitar live or whatnot and do the vocals and whatnot and get a nice, good quality for the important stuff. And then a master editor to make it sound like it was
Exactly.
all done at a studio.
Yeah. So that's next for me once I get like a little bit more funds, and then I definitely want to record a few more songs, and I have
Buy
I
her
have some in
CD.
mind. Oh, I also I hopefully am doing I entered the San Diego Fair Singer-Songwriter Contest.
Nice.
So hopefully I'll be doing that.
That
I
would be
find out
good.
in the end of April. So that would be awesome.
That would be.
and that
A lot
would
of
be
people go-
$3,000.
A lot of people go to watch that.
Yeah.
That would be
That's a
$3,000
lot of
bucks if I
exposure.
won that.
That's
so
beautiful.
I actually
that
played
would
at
be
the
enough.
fair once, and the thing you get is you always get the people that walk by and stop for
Right.
at least a minute.
Yeah.
And when you get them to sit down, that's when you know you've made
That's
it.
when you got them.
Yeah.
Either that, or if they look tired and sweaty, and you get them to sit down, it's might not be your music that's getting them to sit down. You never know, but it is the fair.
It's
after
the
all.
insane amount of fried food their body just can't
Yeah, they
handle
just
it.
can't handle
It
it.
drags them down.
That last deep fried Oreo.
Oh.
Or the deep
Drop.
fried. Do you remember the deep fried Kool-Aid? Have you had the deep fried Kool-Aid yet?
Ooh, that sounds disgusting.
I
It's
had
actually
some, I
good.
had some gnarly stuff at the fair last year. It was
the
dangerous.
stuff that they have there is like, ugh.
The
ugh.
Krispy Kreme triple cheeseburger.
I ate it. I
Ew.
ate it.
I had one.
I ate it.
Ew.
It was good. Like
It was
your
del-
friend is over here going, that sounds good.
It was delicious.
No.
I'm ashamed to admit it was delicious.
Ugh. sounds
Everything
so
is
gross.
delicious.
I know.
Everything is delicious. I go into the media parties. You get to literally try everything for
For
free.
free.
And yeah, they just sample everything because
That
they
was a
want
great
you to
day.
go on radio and talk about it.
How do they like serve such like weird food at the fair? I mean, it's like all those rides and stuff. It just seems like it'd be gnarly for your
Yeah.
stomach.
It's
It
some
just
it's
doesn't
some
go
weird
in hand in
algorithm that
hand.
they figured out that they can mix all this crap together and
It's
feed it to you and then
weird.
send you in the sky on the sky ride over
It's-
to a bunch of rickety roller
It
roller
doesn't make any
coasters.
sense. You
It
know?
doesn't. It
It's
makes
like
zero
they should be
sense at all.
serving like carrots.
Yeah, you
Like-
should. You should be serving vegetables.
Welcome to the vegan fair.
Welcome to the vegan fair. There we go. We have tofu over here.
We have carrots, no dairy, no dairy,
No dairy, no
allowed.
gluten.
No eggs here.
Gluten is the enemy.
We don't like mayonnaise.
Dude, I bought gluten-free mayonnaise. It was awful.
Dude, gluten-free
Really?
anything is awful, I think.
It was
Why
so
is there
sad.
gluten in mayonnaise? That's weird.
I don't know. There's gluten in everything.
Yeah, the whole gluten craze is
Right?
Yeah.
Where did it come from?
Some mom.
There's
happened in,
always
like-
something.
In like 2011,
always
someone was like, "Hey,
something.
this
Yeah.
thing is
Like-
called gluten. I just dubbed this gluten, and I don't like it anymore."
There's always something.
Some person got an allergic reaction to gluten one time, and then everybody goes, I have an allergic
Yeah.
gluten sensitivity.
hurts too.
yeah.
I
Totally.
broke out in a rash.
Yeah.
Anyway. See, that's how we kill 4 minutes on the Dusty Futon, is we talk about nothing.
Yep. Utter nonsense.
Now, I want to go ahead and get into this last song that we're going to play off of
Cool.
your new album that was just out in September.
Yeah.
And I like this song, not only because of the name of it, but you do a familiar jazz tool at the beginning of this called scatting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what scatting is?
No, I have no
Trevor?
idea.
Scatting is a term for a jazz musician or any musician really to imitate another musical instrument with their voice. And it could be any type. It could be somebody doing something like that, imitating a trombone. Or it could be anything, even
I love that.
Steven Tyler is a scatter.
Because he screams.
Because he does a screaming and he's imitating guitar, imitating a higher guitar, and sometimes he'll do the trombone imitating scat. He does a lot of it. You just don't recognize it
Because
it's
it's
all
disguised
rock.
as singing, yeah.
But
Right.
we're gonna start this song. This is Sycamore Grove by Lindy Crandall.
La da 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 da, la da 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 da, da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da da, la da da, la da da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da da, la da da, la da da. Long, long ago, a place called Sycamore Grove was founded deep.
That was a really smooth transition into the actual lyrics.
People learn to be one with earth, appreciate every life's worth, and that's how the transcendence began. Do you know the way to get to Sycamore Grove? I'll show you the right way to go to get to Sycamore Grove. Singing la da 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 da, la da 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 da, da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da da, la da da, la da da. Untouched by time, the little town became divine, guarded by the trees who watched with careful eyes. Yeah, yeah. When someone comes near, Sycamore Grove disappears within a fog of disguise. Now do you know the I'll show you the right way to go to get to Sycamore Grove, singing la da 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 da, la da 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 da, da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da da da, la da da, la da da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da da, la da da, la da da. And many have looked for Sycamore Grove, but few have ever found it. But what you have to come to know is you must imagine. But that doesn't mean that it's not there just because it can't be seen. It's anywhere and it's everywhere in between. Do you know the way to get to Sycamore Grove? I'll show you the right way to go to get to Sycamore Grove, singing.
You can definitely hear the pop elements in that song.
Yeah. So I got a question about that song.
Yes.
What is Sycamore Grove to you?
Sycamore Grove it's kind of like a utopia place that I thought of one time, like on a hike, that I was like kind of hiking in sycamores, and I thought of this place like that would exist kind of protected by the trees, like, and you could only get there between like dawn and dusk when the sun was like right there, and it was like protected, and everyone just kind of like lived very peacefully, and they were one with the earth and just kind of like utilizing the earth, and just like what would be like the perfect world in my that I would think would be the perfect world.
You know what's nice about that is the groove that you put underneath that is so simple. It's such a simple, basic beat, just like bluesy, jazzy song. I don't know what's going on with my audio here. There we go. That's better. Like it's just a nice simple beat underneath that, but yet it empowers the whole song and just kind of boosts it up. Oh, I got thrown off by all this audio. I feel really thrown off right now. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's that IPA.
Someone gave John a beer and he doesn't handle it very well.
Yeah, apparently I don't do beer well anymore. It just throws my brain off. I don't know. But
Beer will do that to you, man.
it will, because I actually had a train of thought.
Cloud your stuff.
I had a train of thought at one point, I swear, and it just kind of went off track somewhere.
He also does that a lot.
Yeah, I do. But
His brain is like a train track with a lot of those little fork shifters, and they can just shift at any moment.
I know how that is.
yeah, it's called being ADD.
It is. I got some
I got that
experience.
too.
Yeah, it comes with artistry, to be honest with you, because you gotta have that ADD, that being able to think outside the box.
Yeah.
And you do that well, and the only thing that holds you back is dough.
Yes.
Or
so follow me on Spotify and buy my stuff on iTunes.
Buy your CD.
every time you listen to her on Spotify, she gets paid.
Yes.
That's how it works on Spotify, even if you don't pay for Spotify.
Yep.
So yeah,
Exactly.
download Spotify, look up Lindy Crandall.
Yes. Good job.
I was like Carnal.
I
almost
a tough
said
time with
carnal.
pronunciation.
That's why I write shit down. I almost said Lindy.
He writes
Carnal.
it out phonetically too. He does the long vowels and the short
That's
vowels and
very
all
Now
those
you're
little
just making
accents.
fun of me.
I know. I'm sorry.
But don't forget El Crawl 17 for 10% off this June 10th
Yes, El Cran.
event at the
El
Gypsy
Cran.
Fest.
El Cran.
And
LCRAN.
I actually, I wrote this song 10 years ago when I was 17, which is really funny.
Wait, the one we just came out
Yeah.
of, Sycamore Grove?
Really?
Yeah, basically my friends were like, because I did an IndieGogo for this, they're like, well, we're not going to fund you unless you record Sycamore Grove. I was like, all right, even though I've written like
Fine.
so many songs since then, and like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love that Sycamore Grove, but like, it's, I've written so many songs since then, so I was like, all right, friends, I'll record it for you. So that's my friends. Those are for my friends. That song's for my friends.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, it's a good addition to this album that has so
Thank
much
you.
meaning to you then, too.
Yeah, it works, because Rachel's in Sycamore Grove.
Oh, well, there you go. She is. She's in
Yeah.
that never-ending place.
Mm-hmm.
So, God, my brain, like, I feel like you're such an open book. You're so easy to talk to. I'm
Thank
just
you.
trying to find more stuff to talk about, but it's like be getting everything out there. What else do you want to talk about? Like, what else do you want out there about yourself?
Well, this is just an interesting fact. Now that I live where I live, I like literally live really close to Sycamore Avenue in Vista, which is like really weird. And then also like literally down the street, there's a Lindy Lane and a Lindy Way
Wow.
I know exactly where that is.
in Vista.
Yeah.
It's like pretty crazy. So I
my
want
old
to do a music
co-host
video
used to work,
Gotta do a music
lives out
video.
that way. So,
with those signs.
yeah, you'll
You know.
definitely have to.
Yeah, got to figure out that part. That's next.
That's kind of interesting. So what else is next for you other than, I mean, you're doing some your collaborations with people that you're
Yeah.
trying to work out right now.
Yeah,
You've
definitely.
got working with your band, and you're going to be doing this event and hopefully winning that and
Yeah.
getting that $3,000.
Yeah, that'd
So
be great.
if you do win that, what would you do with it?
With
right
the
away?
$3,000?
Yeah.
Oh, I would record.
We're
I would record more.
It goes
So
all
no,
right back
Actually,
in.
I would buy more equipment to
That-
record.
there you
So
go.
I
That was what I
record
was
on-
thinking.
I could record on my own.
Put it in your house and sit down and actually have your own little corner and do your own little music and
Yep,
just sit there from write to record to produce.
exactly.
Right
Right,
there.
I
there.
feel like every audio person's dream is to have a studio in their house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's next. I'm working on it. I'm like totally working on it.
And nowadays it's so easy.
It's very.
I mean, you're just learning. Like you see
I'm-
around here,
yeah.
how ghetto it is with moving blankets, anything to deflect the
soundproofing
sound.
is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, also I could always go into like record the vocals, like anything audio. Probably would just go pay to do,
Yeah, just rent
and
a
just
quiet
do everything
space.
else just like MIDI. It'd be super
Exactly.
easy. That's what's so cool about doing it on, doing it on my own versus having a band. Even though I love my band,
Yeah,
but it's like much.
It goes your way.
easier,
Yeah.
and
You
like
get
to
to
make it
dictate everything.
sound
Yeah.
really good is a lot easier too because I can do it on MIDI.
Well, what you could do also in the
And use
future,
loops.
a lot of musicians that go by their own name or have created a brand that they want to finish or that they want to keep tight and polished, you hire out hired guns when you go and you play.
Right. Exactly.
People to back you up on stage, and so that way you're still Lindy Crandall on stage.
Yeah.
But you just have people that you pay $100 a night or whatever to
Exactly.
play, and you take in all the merch fees. You get all that money from the merchandise, which is where you make your money on out and about.
Right.
Did you know that?
I
Trevor?
did. Yeah.
I think I've told you that like a dozen times now.
Yeah.
He's still
It
green.
also kind of makes sense.
Yeah, because you can, if you buy bulk, you can really get a good price off
Yeah.
of that. So, well, I've just about run out of everything I've got to say to
Awesome.
you, Lindy.
Cool.
But it's definitely been a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you so much.
Definitely. And again, where are the social media platforms that we can hit you out on?
Facebook is super easy for me. I have Instagram, Twitter. I never use Twitter. Facebook's the best.
Yeah.
I got the website, like I said, and the mailing list. So, but yeah, Facebook for sure.
Definitely make sure people get on your mailing list, get out there and check out Lindy Crandall. Follow her because June 10th is your big show, and we'll make sure and have that on our website.
You
And
have a lot of stuff on YouTube too, right?
I do. Yeah, I
Yes.
have a YouTube channel, so follow me on YouTube. I have some other originals on there.
and you can subscribe on YouTube, and that way,
That's great.
whenever you get an email or whenever you put something up, they'll get an email or a message or a bleep on their
Yep.
phone or
I
something.
actually
says,
just
"Hey,
put
go
a
listen."
new song up there the other day.
A brand new song?
It's probably like 6 months old, but
Ooh, so that's brand new.
yeah.
In the music industry,
Yeah.
that's still brand new.
Yeah. yeah. I have a couple new I have a couple new songs on there, so.
Cool. So that's going to be on your YouTube channel, which we'll definitely link to that as well. So thanks again for coming all the way out here
Thank
to take us
you.
some time on the Dusty Futon, a Big John Entertainment production, also in collaboration with Pullman Media. So thanks again, and tune in next week.
Thanks.
I'm curious, as a pianist, what hand are you dominant with?
Well, I think my left hand is stronger just from like playing chords
Uh-huh.
or like
Because it
octaves,
just seems like you have to
but I
have full
do
control
more
of both
with
hands.
I do a lot more with my right hand.
Hmm.
I think.
You're more finessed with your right hand
Yeah,
and more
do-
strength with your left.
Yes.
The reason I ask is because I'm totally useless with my right hand. I can't do anything.
You're a lefty,
I'm
Oh, wow,
I'm
cool.
100% left hand dominant. Everything I do. is
so you're
left-handed.
completely useless. You can't even
Pretty
use
much,
scissors
yeah.
right.
Pretty much. I can't use scissors. That's
Oh,
that's an
gosh.
accurate statement.
Yeah.
They're a nightmare.
It's really a pain in the ass with your left hand. I don't know why.
It hurts you. It feels like you're breaking your fingers.